Good day, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Ademola Adeniji. So today I will try to be explaining how to win the IDEX scholarship. So IDEX scholarship is a type of scholarship that is tenable in France at Universite Paris-Saclay. So today I'll be explaining how to go about the application because in 2020 I was a recipient of the scholarship. So I will tell you the process, what you can do, and what you can do in order to be able to be a part of the beneficiary. And also last year, two of my friends, I helped them to go about the application, and presently they are actually studying in that university. So let's proceed. Okay, let me try to share my screen. Okay, I think my screen is already shared. Let me see. Yeah, it's already shared. Yeah, okay. So now the first process is for us to go to Google, just type IDEX Scholarship 2022. Good. The first link, click on the first link. Yeah. So the first link here, we are saying the IDEX Scholarship. So basically, this IDEX scholarship is specifically a type of scholarship that is aimed for international students. So it's master's program at Universite Paris-Saclay. So basically, this type of funding is provided by faculties, component institutions, because University of Paris-Saclay is just like the combination of different faculties of institution in which they come together to become just a single institution, just like University of Oxford, MIT, Harvard, stuff like that. So now you can see these are the list of schools that came together. Agro Paris Tech is just like a kind of institution that is known for agricultural programs. Central Supilec is a school of engineering, very famous school of engineering. This happens to be my school. Also, we have ENSP, Paris-Saclay is a very good university in science, very good. Also, ISTNCA, good university in nuclear energy and also top research. As well, we have Institute of Optics, graduate school, and also University Every. This has a very good computer science program. Also, University of Paris-Saclay, it also houses some master's program, especially in energy and also in other fields like art. As well, we have the UVSQ as well. So now, this master's program is aimed for M1 and M2 students. So I'll try to explain the concept of M1 and also M2. M1 is actually the first year of master's in France. So everyone that has, take for instance, if you apply for an M1 program in France generally, you're expected to do an M2 because M1 will just give you a certificate of accomplishment after finishing the M1. But for you to be able to have a master's degree in that particular area of study, you have to go into M2. It's just like doing a 2 years of master's. So now the scholarship, you can, but take for instance, if you're an applicant from Nigeria or all over the world, apart from Nigeria anyway. So, in Nigeria, you have BTech or stuff like that. So they consider that if you have BTech in Nigeria, BTech is already equivalent to doing an M1, or is as if you already have an M1. So you can just apply straightforward to M2. So that means that you just be spending just a year for your master's program. But if you wish to know further about your course of study, you can apply for M1. You'll be admitted. And in my case, I applied for M1 so that I can actually understand more of the basics in chemical engineering. So now I applied to M1. So if you apply to M1, it means your scholarship you'll be given a 2-year scholarship. But if you apply for M2, you just be given a year scholarship. That because obviously you would have finished your study after a year. So now the application timeline starts deadline for application in masters to be selected is 7th of May. That is, you must have applied to that master's program on or before 7th of May. So the one selected deadline for receipt of scholarship application is 14th of May. So because after you've applied for admission, you don't need to apply for the scholarship yet, because your program coordinator will review the application. After reviewing the application, then they will then shortlist the top candidates. So they will now send you the scholarship form. So now you can now see they give you till 4th of May for you to conclude the filling of the scholarship form after being shortlisted by your graduate program. But the first step is for you to apply for admission to your desired program. So fast forward, and lastly, the results will be given out by the end of June. So we have some criteria for the scholarship. It is very, very important. France is one of the countries in which if you fail to follow the procedure, like they will tell you that they have nothing they can do to help you because you fail to follow the procedure. So they take procedure very, very key. And I know that that will be the same in other countries as well. So for every application we are going to be making, let's endeavor that we follow the procedure. Take your time, read through everything, because it is very, very essential, especially the eligibility criteria. So now for the eligibility criteria, we can see that they said the student eligible for a Paris-Saclay scholarship will be selected. Okay, yeah, among the students that apply for the master program. Cool. Only student will receive an email from Paris-Saclay University inviting them to apply for a Paris-Saclay scholarship will be able to submit an application. Yeah, exactly. That was what I just said. So it means you must have applied for admission, and your graduate coordinator, we have to shortlist you. So now they said no unsolicited application will be accepted, of course. So now application procedure, I already mentioned that. Now we also have further eligibility criteria. It means the first step here means they said the program you are applying to must be situated or must be living in this particular institution. That is, we also have some other component institution of Paris-Saclay. It means if you apply to other programs in which they are not a part of this institution, you will not be considered for the scholarship. Why? Because these are the guys these are the faculty that are providing the funding. So you cannot apply to other faculty and you want them to use other people's money to fund you. It's not possible. So the first procedure is for you to make sure that that program you're applying to is in this faculty. That's the first step. That is the first step. That's what I tell people. That's the first step. Now they said, okay, like if you want to also apply, you must be less than 30. 30 is either you are 30 exactly or you are less than 30. Also, you must be a foreign nationality. You must not have spent like a year in France. Also, student of foreign living in the France for less than a year, taking language classes. Okay, yeah, these people can as well apply. Students who lived in France in the past within the framework of Erasmus mobility program during their study, e.g. Erasmus model that did not lead to certification. So now there are some Erasmus program in which it doesn't really lead to any certification. You are eligible to apply. So these are the people that are ineligible to apply. Students who have been in France, like you've spent a lot of time in France. Students who have interrupted their study for the past 3 years. Take for instance, presently we're in 2022. Let's say the only people that can apply to this 2022 program, master's program, or people that are eligible for this IDEX scholarship must have graduated in 2019. So take for instance, if you've graduated in 2018, I doubt if you are going to be selected because that's already like 4 years. So it means you must graduate in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, because they'll put it there in your application form that you should provide your grade starting from 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021, and 2019, 2020. So it means, and once you are unable to provide the grade there, that's how they will know that you've actually been out of study. So now, so that is very, very important. And now, to proceed, all academic fields are concerned, yeah, and all master program for which University Paris-Saclay is accredited except for vocational training. So also, what are the admission criteria? These are the academic level, your results, your transcripts and stuff like that. Your personal project, that is your research experience. Also, okay, specifically for M2 students, take for instance, if you are applying to M2 admission, I think there will be a particular field that they will ask you, what's your project like? What is your future research interest? What do you want to work on? So you write about it, and that is very simple to do. So you just check some publication articles. So the area of interest. So then you check and come up with some lines and stuff like that. So you can try to also relate it with your research experience as well. The amount of the scholarship, yes. So this part is very, very important because I've won the scholarship and I can actually say how if the money is enough or not. Okay, yeah. So the scholarship is actually $10,000, €10,000 per year as well. It has you have opportunity to get travel allowance. Like for instance, I'm from Nigeria. I was paid €800 for my travel and visa expenses, as well as the €10,000. Okay, so as well, okay, I think majorly those are the two benefits. So they said course attendance and mobility. So these are the rules after you've been selected. I don't think one will have problem with this. So I think now the major concern is to win the scholarship. Then you can come and check all these internship and all these course attendance and academic mobility rules, stuff like that. So I think the major concern now is to get the scholarship. So now, what's the next step? The next step that we are going to do is to go to YouTube again. Go to YouTube because I think I already searched YouTube. Let me go back. Yeah. So what did I type? I typed master's program in English, Paris-Saclay, because you have to be very careful. You might be admitted to a French program in which that program will be specifically taught in French. And it is very, very difficult. Even it is very, very difficult to follow an English taught program in France because you know the intonation of French speakers. At times, you might not be able to comprehend very well what they say until you listen very attentive. So it means you have to make sure that the program you're applying to is taught in English language. So now, yeah, I'm going to look into, okay, master's program in English, Paris-Saclay. I click. All right, I'm here. Master's program taught in English. Yes. Good. So now I'll check M1, just like I mentioned, M1. M1 means you're going to start from the first year of master's, then you proceed to M2. So, or if you feel like probably I will not be able to, let me just go for a 1 year master's and I can proceed to PhD straight up. So you can say, okay, let me just find program in M2 only. But now I think it is nice if you can start with M1 because it will give you the opportunity to spend a lot of time in France, and you can spend like maybe 2 years in France and stuff like that. So now, yeah, what did I do in my case? Okay, take for instance, you have chemistry background, you can apply to these two programs. You can apply to, if like now, this second chemistry program is Erasmus program. So you are expected to pick this first one if you are not applying to Erasmus program. So this M1 chemistry international track. I think you can also apply to this track as well. But I think this second track will involve you paying. It's just like it will give you the opportunity to study in other institutions, like in other countries. So if you apply to this second program. Okay, yeah, we have M1 Development of Drugs and Health Products, M1 Economics. This was a program I applied to then, M1 Energy International Track. So it was nice. Okay, also European Masters. I have a lot of friends in M1 General Physics. I have a friend in M1 Mechanics, in M1 Nuclear Energy. A lot of guys won scholarship in in all these programs. So now you can choose one of these because all these programs are taught in English. So if you feel like, okay, let me start from M2, let me just apply to M2 1 year master's and get my certificate and proceed maybe to work or to another country or to go for a PhD, it is quite okay for you. Yep. So, okay, let's take for instance, if I'm applying to M1 Chemistry International Track, good. Yeah. So here is giving us the overview, places available 15, language of instruction English, we already know that, objective, location, skills, you can check. Yeah, you can check the schedule. Schedule means the courses you'll be doing. It is very, very correct. Like this is exactly what you'll be doing. Like you're going to be doing transferable skills. This is like French language. You can check all these French classes and stuff like that. Okay, another one, quantum mechanics, you'll be doing courses like that, organic chemistry, kinetics, biophysics, analytical methods, and that's all. Okay, entry requirement, these are what is required from you, your transcript, CV, certificate of English language. Probably you underwent your bachelor's in English language, you can collect a certificate from your school attesting to your fitness to study in English language. As well, you can get a copy of your certificate, that's your diploma, your this basically your international passport, and as well your motivation letter. So all these you can neglect this. This does not apply to new applicants. So okay, contacts. Yeah, these are the coordinator of the program. Yeah, if you have any question pertaining to your, probably you have chemical engineering and you want to apply to this program, you can contact the course manager and as well the administrative office. You can ask questions, they reply, they will obviously reply you. So I also do tell people that if you want to apply to any program and you're interested in the IDEX scholarship, make sure that you send a message to the course manager and also probably the administrative office as well. So you tell them probably as part of asking any question, you can also express your interest that you're also interested in applying to to IDEX scholarship. So it is just like you are trying to create an impression that, okay, please remember me when you are considering applicant, or to still show that probably your current financial situation does not put you to be able to pay all these fees and also your living expenses as well. So you can compose an email stuff. So admission, yeah. So these are just the tuition fee and stuff like that. So I think that's that about the IDEA scholarship. And so it is very, very okay. Now, how am I going to know that? Because if you remember, one of the eligibility criteria is to check if the program is under this institution. So if your program is under this, how am I going to know? You check the contacts. So you check the contact of those you check the contacts of the course managers, so you can see there that is even part of the question that you can ask in the email. That's why it is very, very essential you send an email to the course managers and as well the admin office. So you can be able to ask that, okay, is this program able, will this program be able to benefit from the IDEX scholarship? So you ask categorical. So the program manager can be able to tell you, or the admin office will be able to tell you, I'm very sure of that yes, this program, you have opportunity to benefit from the IDEX scholarship. So they will tell you categorically like that. So now, so the next step is, I think after you've applied, I think I'm going to make another video that I'm going to show you how you can do all your package, all your applications and do other stuff, because I think the application is currently on. I will make sure that I do another video explaining how you can do your SOP, your CV, what you must include in your SOP and what they're expecting. Like there are some things that they're expecting from you. If you can make sure that you put stuff like that in the video, it will be very in your application, it will be very, very nice, and you might be considered for the scholarship. Okay, I think this is like my award letter when I was granted the scholarship. What else? What else do I have to share? I think that will be all for now. I think that will be all for now. So just expect how I'm going to like fill the application form and what you'll be putting in the application form to make sure that you benefit from this scholarship. Thank you.